Hey, good, good. Thank you, thank you. Let me continue here. So basically, just to reflect once again. Age 17, traumatic, very short term. Marriageable aspects, the boundaries were corrected very quickly, and I continued on. Normal. Then, as what I've stated, okay? Did I make mistakes? I will have to be thoroughly honest. Absolutely. However, it also became a mildly dysfunctional with marriageable aspects. Very significant aspects. Yet by the time it was all said and done, they were wonderful periods. I still had my mother, okay? I'm the one who took responsibility, and so I'm going to pick this up in 1985. My grandfather lived to be a ripe age, and I'm not sure exactly what day he passed away. He continued to come over and visit. By then, our cousins. I'm grown up. I'm very much now. Let me share this with you. We are grown up at 21, and that's an area where I continue to do an extensive amount of research in the social sciences, off and on. Okay, I read books. And that's an area I was very interested in. And I have to honestly say, I fully understand. Thank you very much for being a great dad. He taught me how to create success. He never participated in it, but he shared it with me. And that's what I was about to do. Okay? Are you growing up at age 21? No. For me, it was until I lost my mother. It was mid to late 20s, as I would say. I would say I thoroughly grew up by the time I was in my late 20s. Thoroughly grown up. Okay, and that is indefinite. Some families go on for decades. I'm not in the field. I certainly know it very well. For me, at the most, it was mildly dysfunctional, relative exactly in proper context. And when I'm the one that took that responsibility, I don't know how long that would have gone on for about 2 years there. I will be always thoroughly honest. There's more to it, okay? But fully understood. Yes, I still know Steve, and that was simply individual counseling. I understand if there was any defense mechanisms that come into play, I'm the one, okay? And 1985 is where I'm going to pick this review back up again. Let me see how much time I spent here on this. 3 minutes. Okay, good. That's an area I wanted to clarify. Very important. Sure it is. By 1985, I was continuing to work employment jobs, as many people do. Okay? And my mother kept the house for a couple of more years. Now, in that respect, very fortunate to continue to live in Deerfield. And I came up with a concept in 1985, and I test marketed it. And I continued on with electronics hard skills that I have. I am definitely considered analog technology a professional that truly was able to create success very quickly, and wait till you share that experience that I gained. I'm going to start doing that by individual years. I understand it's very significant. Very, very valuable professional business experience. I am so fortunate that my mother and my father, extremely fortunate. Now, we got those defense mechanisms, okay? And that's something I'm always on the lookout for, okay? And I'm still young in my, mid-20s. And so I test marketed this concept, and it proved success for the electronics field. In 1986, okay, now, I'm going to keep this by year, okay? I still had some growing aspects to, and that was with Steve. It was for, a week or a couple of weeks. It was individual counseling. Very, very fortunate. I must know by researching the social science field easily up to a master's degree level. Growing up is challenging, so there is more to it, earlier and later, okay? But I think as far as you getting to know me, okay, and I'm willing to be thoroughly honest, I've had such an outstanding result for what followed that, really impressed that on me for the rest of my life. Sure, it was very significant. I was so fortunate, and I'll share that substance and the business experience I gained. 1985, I believe, was about it with Steve. And so we're going to move on to 1986 here. I think this would be a good conclusion right there for 1985. There's not much more there, other than a very loving parent who did everything they could to support me and give me and let me utilize achieving success at an exceptionally high level. And I have to say, I'm extremely fortunate for the experience that follows. I'll leave that up to you. I can just describe it. I was an electronics technician, and I didn't know right then. It was air conditioner refrigeration. And with that, I would have been set for the rest of my life. I didn't understand the aspects of outsourcing that were coming up. About 15 years later is when it happened. I didn't know anything about outsourcing. I just knew that I was a business professional with some very solid technical skills. Very fortunate. And then I was able to create success because that's what I know how to do. Which led me, and I'm going to share it with you. It's something most people don't know anything about, and I'm going to share exactly how I gained that experience. Okay? This is going to be a relatively short review. Sure, in 1985, I'm 25 years. I've been living. And now you fully understand what's true about my background. I am well on the way of being completely grown up. And I'm about to learn a real lesson related to how well the social sciences and my history, I was able to achieve the very highest level. I'm very fortunate. That wisdom. That building on curiosity, growth, maturity does go on indefinitely. I've learned it, as I stated as the introduction. So I'm someone that's been extremely fortunate. I am considered someone very much on the high side of intelligence. We're all equal. We're all different and unique. And yes, utilizing that expertise. I would say in 1985, I had a great childhood in that respect. Okay? Oh yes, I've always been, everyone's told me how interesting and how smart I am. It's lifelong. See, it's that building on curiosity. That's what I keep mentioning. And Wayne J. Cole, now he's out of the picture. Now, I was focusing on a completely different context. I may have gone over there, you know, to Wayne Cole once or twice a year. I'm grown up. I'm continuing my adult responsibility, growing up a completely different context. And 10 years before, where I used to go over there all the time, but you grow up, for sure. This will be 1985, and it's going to be a short review. And I'm ready now to do this singularly for a bit of time here. I may multiply them in multiple years. Now you're getting to know me very well. Yes. I'm about to validate. Oh, it's already been validated, building on curiosity, growth, and all of that. I really know myself inside out well. Not by what I think. I've sought the highest level of expertise. But I'm really about to experience the very highest level. And I'm going to share that with you. And I know you're going to get a lot out of that too. I am good at teaching. Very effective. Thank you. This will conclude 1985. I was 25.